Welcome to our Power is Within mini challenge series. Today is the first Friday of March, so we're starting a new theme, and I'm excited to do this month's challenge with you all. Who's joining me? Okay, I guess you probably want to know what the theme is first, right? Okay, so the theme for March is going to be awareness, mindfulness, and presencing. So, if you remember, last month's was classic neuroplasticity, where we were really focusing on the brain. And this month, it's really about just stepping into awareness, into the present now moment, and finding that inner stillness, if you will. So, we, like usual, are going to break down this 4 mini challenge series into 1 week at a time for the 4 weeks of March. And then each week we'll really hone in on the mini challenge theme of the week, and we'll try to do a little bit every day. This week's theme within the broader theme is going to be daily orienting. This is literally one of my favorite things to do, especially when I'm out on a walk. What about you? Have you done orienting before? Are you familiar with it? Is it already a regular practice in your life? If this is new to you, let me explain it and give you an example. Orienting is all about using your senses to orient where you are in time and space. So it might be something like this. I'm out on a walk with my dog and it's early morning, and I notice that all of a sudden I'm starting to catch myself lost in monkey mind or just uh, thinking, like too much thinking, or maybe I'm dwelling on something from the past, or anxiety is rising within me as I'm thinking about things in the future. Or for me, the biggest thing I catch myself doing, especially on my morning walks, is trying to use that time to write my to-do list in my head. And I don't know about you, but when I start writing to-do lists in my head, I instantly feel this tension and pressure rise within me. So when I notice this, I decide, okay, I'm going to do some orienting. And that might feel and seem and sound and look and hear like this. I'm walking along and I begin to just notice the feeling of my feet hit the ground with every stride. And I notice that the heel is hitting the ground or coming in contact. And then I begin to try to notice what other parts of my foot are coming into contact with the ground. Ah, okay, the outside of my arch. Oh, and my big toe. Ooh, my little toe. All 5 toes, I can feel them connecting with the earth every stride. And then I begin to notice something like the feeling of the leash, texture of the leash in my hand and how it brushes against my fingers back and forth. And then I might notice the feeling of the sunshine warming my left shoulder and my back and the back of my neck and head. And then all of a sudden there's a breeze, and I can feel that breeze just brush across my bare skin. And I just really be with those feelings. And then I might tune in to my hearing, into my ears to sound. And I might begin to notice that there's actually this magical array of all these birds chirping all around me. And if I listen closely, I can even hear a woodpecker in a distance. And suddenly I might hear a plane overhead or a car drive by, or the way that the dog stroller wheels roll over the surface of the ground. And then I might really start to look and see what I see around me. I can see the way that the trees shimmer in the sunlight, or I can see this beautiful big pink flower in my neighbor's yard. And I can see the way Coco's ears just flop up and down as she just trots along beside me. We can even do smells, what we smell around us, like this amazing spring day, or if I'm at the beach, I can smell the salt in the air. And maybe you even have some taste. But I think you get the point. We're basically just going to use our senses to really bring ourselves back into this glorious now moment. And when we're in this glorious now moment, we don't have the same level of dis-ease in the system, because there's no space for anxiety or depression when we're in this beautiful now moment. So there's so many ways that you can practice orienting. Again, remember, I like to make these challenges super simple. I don't want to add any extra to-dos in your life, right? I just want to take the life you're already living and make subtle shifts to integrate this experience of something that will be powerfully healthy and healing for us, and have you experience the compounding effect. So whether or not you're lying in bed taking a rest, whether or not you're sitting in a chair outside, whether or not you're on a walk, just use those moments and make a commitment, even 5 minutes to start, where you just really just bring yourself into your senses and into your surroundings, and allow yourself to really just notice them and be with them and feel them and see them and hear them. I think that if this isn't something you're already familiar with, you're going to have so much fun doing this. And I can't wait to hear all about it. Speaking of hearing all about it, don't forget that there is going to be another challenge for March. Another contest for March for participation and engagement. So, as a reminder, there's lots of ways that you can be entered into the drawing. You could join the private Facebook group for the podcast, where we can hold each other accountable and leave our shared experiences. You can post a story on your Instagram where you are actually engaging in the challenge or what it was like for you. You can DM me any of your thoughts, your feelings, your experiences with the challenge, or any questions you might have. Oh, and you can also leave me a voice memo on my website, ourpowerswithin.com. There's a blue microphone button in the lower right-hand corner. Click that button and leave me a voice memo so I can hear your voice for once. I truly can't wait to connect. More than anything, have so much fun. And until next time, make this week great.